I have a lot of. All right. I have a lot of go unknown shit. Okay, we're gonna go unknown. All right.
Yeah, let's have a little fun with it. Go
All
unknown.
right. I have a lot of go unknown shit. All right. Huh. Yeah, that is totally not unknown. La 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 la.
All right, I got you. You're good. All right. Yeah.
Ugh. Hold on. Unknown. Okay, no problem. They're not unknown, but why not? Let's go. Eh. It's the pre-show, therefore we don't do anything.
We promote and we discuss what we're probably going to talk about. But at this point, it's become fucking so.
The trades,
Yeah.
Yeah.
college football, the fact that like we're gonna have the full top 25 while we're actually doing the show.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
right?
I know, right?
We're
Yeah,
actually
Actually
starting at
at
7
7
o'clock.
o'clock.
yeah. So we should know. Some Halloweeny stuff. Okay. I'm looking for some Halloweeny stuff. And you want like death metal? Okay.
Yeah, let's. Why not, right? Let's if we're gonna go with
Or
unknown shit, let's
deathcore.
have some deathcore works.
All right, we're gonna go deathcore then. All right, hold on. Shit. Yeah, fuck it. Slaughter for Prevail work. But that part's funny as shit though. Some slaughter to prevail. Or thy art is murder.
Let me pull up. We go to Google and pull up what we need for our picks.
Yeah, you know.
The Jets fucking needed to do a trade today, but they didn't do shit.
Why would you think they were?
Forte wanted out. They could have at least.
Uh eh. I may go with my deathcore homies from West Virginia that I use for the fucking where are they at? Fuck. Okay, they're not there. I know where they are. Use my deathcore homies. Where they be? Okay.
That would be. There we go.
There you Yeah. Homies. Bridge.
No. Not that, homies.
Nah. Okay, where the fuck are they at now?
Good. They fucking declined a second court case.
Damn.
Zeke
They
is fucking done for 6 games.
About fucking time.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He went for his second appeal, and they said nope.
Gotta think which one. Pit Lord, why not? This is Shotgun Surgeon. Too long.
You can cut it around.
Yeah, it's too long. It's death, but it's too long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, crazy shit. It's just too long. That's my problem. I want something that's not going to be as long.
Yeah.
Because we dig it, but maybe other people don't.
Yeah.
Excuse me. La 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 la. Breakdown of sanity, breeder of plagues. Ah, that's what I'll play. Some Calibres. What song? And evil prevails every night you lay you home. There's an evil inside. Where is it? Vampires. Where the hell is that stupid vampire song?
World is a no, not that.
A world is a vampire. No. No.
I'm gonna have that. Now you're gonna have that stuck in your head all day.
Yeah. Where is it? Children of the Night. No. Vampires don't exist. Here you go. Halloween.
You like the way I kiss?
I know you love.
Do you love me?
Standing in the darkness, smoking cigarettes.
That works.
Yeah.
It's Calabrese.
Yeah, it definitely works.
I don't know if you ever heard Calabrese before, but let's get going. It's 7:01. Let's get this shit going.
Hold on, because right now my Gmail's being really fucking stupid.
Okay, and that has to do with our things for...
All our picks.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I know. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm seeing a flick tonight. So I need out of here by at least like 9:45, 10 o'clock. So let's get this shit on the road.
Fuck it, I'll just write everything down. I know what we're pretty much just, I got the basic stuff. If it fucking goes around, I'll fix it. If not, oh well.
All right, I don't know why you need Gmail for pics.
Because I use Google Drive, and the NERDPORT email is really fucked up right now.
Uh-huh.
Like, the password won't go through. It's a long... You cock-sucking whore.
Shit that you should have done earlier.
Yeah, it didn't fucking decide to do this. Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ. I don't know. May, last year, 2 years ago. July, there we go. That... 2 seconds. I should be having everything back up. Wrong one. Should be back up. Oh.
I want to turn your TV down.
Oh. Yeah, they're talking about the playoff.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, all right, well, I don't think I'm getting it tonight.
What?
Oh, wait, no, I did. Yep, wait, got it.
I don't know why you have our pics on Google Drive.
I've always had my pics on Google Drive.
Why?
Just was always there. It was easier to type everything because I could do it from work.
Oh. You just can't use a web browser?
No, the password decided to be fucking fugazi.
What?
Yes. And
Yeah?
yes, I did just use fucking fugazi in a sentence.
I know you did.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. Got it. Google Drive. All right, we're all set. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Zone on the NERDPORT Network. In this episode, we go over the top 25 in the NCAA, our NCAA picks, our pro picks, and the NFL, and the trades. Hit the music.
It's a little Halloweeny tonight. Happy Halloween!
You like the way I kiss?
I know you're not.
Do you love me?
looking through your window, waiting and watching. When I woke up from the dead, I was 6 feet under the earth in a casket. Remember this and that father, if it was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. When they come before you, when you're fast asleep, we guarantee you that it's only and just a dream. You will know when you're lost in your soul. You will show it's not real. Remember these times that father, if it was only a kiss, it was only a kiss.
Ooh. Halloween.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to that Halloweeny opening.
Yeah. That was Calabrese, if you're wondering. So
Yes.
anybody who's going to what's the copyright thingy, whatever. Now you know the
Copyright claim.
song.
Yeah.
And by the way, big ups to Calabrese, because yeah. I was thinking about the Misfits, but everybody knows the fucking Misfits.
I
So
was gonna say that would have gotten us copyright claimed in about 2 seconds.
I got something that whoop, done.
Yeah, WCW, click.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Zone Network on the NERDPORT Network. I am your host, F. and Ronnie, and with me as always.
I am Trips. You can follow me on the Twitter at TripsNXC. And on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Trips and Monstar Show. Give us a like and a follow.
Yes, and we are also live right now on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/the NERDPORT. And please, if you are in live right now, which I don't think anyone is, follow us in chat and hang out and just relax. Hit that follow button. Follow us on YouTube on the port. Subscribe there. Just come and help and drive this show.
Yeah, we're the only idiots that are doing a podcast on Halloween night.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't say we're the only idiots. At least we're not JP doing it on our phone.
Oh, damn. All right. So how did you like the Trips and Monstar show this week?
It was pissing myself. By the way, I did listen to it. I did not put it up on the network yet. That will come up probably Thursday after your before your show.
After you stream it?
Yes, I'm going to stream it, and then literally we'll go into the new episode.
So we have like a pre. All right, cool.
Yes,
Awesome.
Because I'm not gonna Uber that day. So
fun for the whole family. Ha ha ha.
Yes, it'll go for a long ass time. That's for damn sure. But yes, so what interesting college football this year, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they are talking right now about the top 25, and we are just about to get in the top 10.
Yeah, right now, if you look at it, Penn State has stayed the same.
Number 10 is Miami. 8, Wisconsin. Let me guess. 8's going to be Penn State.
No, 7 was Penn State. 8 was TCU.
Oh, okay. So I'm on a. Oh, there we are. That's why. Oh, TCU 8. Penn State 7.
Yep. And then I guarantee, if the AP is gonna go with the same thing that if the playoff poll is gonna go with the same thing with the AP, I'm not gonna be happy. Ohio State really should be 5.
Here's the thing. Ohio State was 6. They beat number 2. I mean,
right. I understand that, but I'm saying I think if you go by strength of schedule,
yeah,
Notre Dame had a harder schedule, but Notre Dame has routed higher ranking teams than than Ohio State.
I know.
I would not put Notre Dame, and this is a Michigan fan talking, people. I'm a Michigan fan.
You're a Rutgers fan.
And a Rutgers fan. I started out as Michigan. I should not be saying Notre Dame should be in the playoffs, but I'm saying it should go Bama, Georgia, Wisconsin, Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Okay, here's the thing. All right, here's the thing that, first off, this is the first playoff rankings
right
that's come out.
Right.
The only one that really matters is the one at the end of the year. This is just like where they start. This is where the rankings start to mean something. This is where it starts getting real. So, I mean, for Ohio State, here we go. Here we're going to find out who's in it right now.
Georgia as the 1. Interesting.
We are waiting here as Georgia, number 1.
Georgia's the 1. Bama's 2.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Georgia.
They're 1-2 either way. They're gonna play each other out though, I think, at the end of the year.
Bama 2. Georgia 1. I figured Georgia would be number 1 because of the Notre Dame one. Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Number 3 is.
It's taking their time. They're taking their time with 3.
Yeah, I know. They're taking their time. And after we get this, we'll get on with the show. Because this is here. So, I mean, Georgia's number 1. It makes sense. They beat Notre Dame by a point. They have a better resume so far. Alabama.
Personally, though, that's not going to end up the way it is by the end of the year. Notre Dame is number 3. Good.
Damn, Notre Dame number 3 because of the schedule.
They got it. They probably Ohio State will be 4. I would be okay with that. If Ohio State was 4, I'm okay with that.
Ohio State's either going to be 4 or it might be Oklahoma, because Oklahoma beat Ohio State.
Right.
And that's the big thing right there. And also Oklahoma has a better resume now than Ohio State because of their loss is against.
Oh God. Imagine that for an old school game. Bama versus Notre Dame.
Yeah, it happened in 2012 and it didn't end well.
Oh.
For the Irish anyway. It was a blowout. I have this feeling like the committee is going to.
But that game officially never happened though.
Because
Clemson is number 4. They took away the academic games.
Oh yeah.
So technically that game never happened. Oklahoma's 5.
That makes sense.
And Ohio State 6.
Ohio State remains at 6.
Yep. I'm okay with that. I don't know
why. All right. Now let's break this down quick. Georgia's number 1 because of their schedule.
Yeah, but I think that's not going to matter because I think if those two, I don't think they're going to end up 1-2. I think if anything, they're going to end up 1-4 and play each other again if they meet in the SEC title game.
Maybe. But again, like Alabama's got a rocky road.
Yeah, well, they like we said, they got LSU this week, and then they got Auburn. But if they meet Georgia in the SEC title game, then that right there is, I can see that being for the winner goes to the playoffs and the loser's out, or just barely squeaks in.
We look at it here. Ohio State basically beats Penn State
by a point.
And yeah, they beat Ohio State beats Penn State, and they basically stay at 6. Penn State falls to 7.
Because if you really look at it, did Ohio State really win, or did Penn State lose?
I think it's a combination of both.
Because Penn State gave them that game.
Yes, but it's a Penn State didn't give them the game. Penn State fought. What happened is Ohio State's defense, you can't, as much as you want to bang on Ohio State, you can't discount the fact that they played good defense. And I am one of the first people to bang on Ohio State, to like completely bash them and all that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they played good defense in that second half. Did the refs help them a little bit? Yeah, but the refs helped Penn State a little bit.
Yeah, it's not the ref stuff. It's like whatever. That's not a big deal.
I mean, there was the call where some Ohio State fans are saying that was an interception, but it was a touchdown. Touchdown interception. The refs on the field called it an interception. Then they looked at the replay and it was a touchdown, which it was.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the ball didn't come out until the guy's knees were down.
Right.
And it's when the guy's knees down in the end zone, the play's dead. I don't care who you are. And his knees down, and he maintained possession.
Yeah, it's a touchdown. I'm not saying that they didn't win. I think Penn State kind of collapsed a little.
Well, Ohio State took advantage.
Yeah, no, they took advantage, but that's why I'm saying, did Ohio State win or did Penn State lose?
They won. Ohio State won. Penn State lost. It's a little bit of both. The thing is, if you're an opportunistic team, when a team starts to foul up, you take advantage. That's what these winning teams do. That's what Georgia does. Georgia gets interceptions. They force fumbles. They force turnovers. They force you to basically play their game.
Right.
And basically you foul up. And when you foul up, Georgia's there to take advantage with a short field or whatever may have you. Notre Dame has done the same thing in these, ever since the Georgia loss. Alabama, of course, is opportunistic. Clemson's opportunistic. Oklahoma's been opportunistic. Ohio State, of course, has been opportunistic. Penn State has. Like, that's what these teams do. Why Miami is number 10 over TCU, when TCU's number 8, I think the committee really doesn't have that, strength of win-loss. Maybe Miami's schedule is weak right now.
Yeah, I mean, if they run the table, I can see them being more.
I mean, it looks like it looks like this year the big onus is strength of schedule. Like the strength of loss, strength of opponents, because Notre Dame has beaten ranked teams.
Yeah.
NC State, when they played NC State, they were ranked up near 11 or something like that.
Well, that now, though, Georgia loss doesn't look bad at all to Notre Dame.
The Georgia loss never looked bad because it was only by a point.
Right.
That Georgia loss never looked bad on Notre Dame's resume, especially when Georgia's been running the table like they have. There's no way you can say that, Georgia was, it was a soft team. It wasn't. Like, Alabama, everybody bags on the Florida State thing, but when Alabama played Florida State was ranked number 3 in the nation. Granted, it was preseason, it was week 1, but they were still number 3 and pegged as an ACC title contender, a national championship contender when they played.
Okay, so since we're doing the college playoffs right now, you want to hear the full 25?
Oh, I know the full 25. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Bama. Number 3, Notre Dame. 4, Clemson. 5, Oklahoma. 6, Penn State. Or not Penn State. Ohio State. 7, Penn State. 8 is TCU. 9 is Wisconsin. 10 is Miami. 11 is Oklahoma State. 12 is Washington. 13 is Texas, Virginia Tech. Texas Tech. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. Virginia Tech. 14 is Auburn. 15 is Iowa State. 16 is Mississippi State. 17 is USC. 18 is UCF. 19 is LSU. 20 is NC State. 21 is Stanford. 22 is Arizona. 23 is Memphis. 24 is Michigan State. And 25 is Wazoo.
All right, so if you look at Notre Dame's resume, why they're number 3, they've beaten ranked teams all in the top 25. They've beaten USC. They've beaten NC State. They've stopped Michigan State. 2 at home, 1 in East Lansing.
Yep.
And Notre Dame has Stanford yet to play, and Stanford squeaked by Oregon State.
I was so pissed that I missed that.
It was without Bryce Love, but still.
That was a great game. That was a fucking great game.
Yes, and you look. All right, so people are saying about Alabama's schedule, but Alabama's got LSU, who's ranked high.
They stacked. Alabama stacked their end of the season just for this reason. So that they don't, like, if a committee goes in there, they're going to see what people are really ranked towards the end of the year, and, like, it's the nitty gritty of when games need to be won.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's like, if you look at it, Alabama's got LSU coming up, which is highly ranked. They're in the teens now. They're in the top 20. And then you got Auburn. Auburn's number 14 right now. So Alabama's got some, competition coming. And they all play Mississippi State, which is ranked. So the thing that Alabama playing cream puffs is bullshit. The thing that gives Georgia that edge over Alabama right now is the Notre Dame win.
And for all we know, fucking Georgia can lose at Auburn next week.
It could. Who knows? They could. That's what makes this part great.
That's what makes the SCE like one of the best conferences.
SEC, one of the best conferences. That's what makes college football the best sport going. I love college football because of that. Because you have Clemson's going to be playing NC State this week. Clemson then, also they already beat Virginia Tech. So that's why Virginia Tech is ranked as high as they are. Clemson has an angry NC State team with a hell of a defensive line. And can Clemson's offense produce? And can Clemson's defense keep them, or is it going to be another Syracuse with Clemson on?
And let's just say this, like we were saying about Ohio State, 3 out of their 4 games are no cakewalk.
All right, Michigan State is no cakewalk. Michigan State will get up for that game. Iowa's probably going to get up for the Ohio State game, and then you look at the Michigan game, the game.
It's the game. It's rivalry, and it's in the big house.
Yes, and it's going to be a war.
That's the only reason. If that was in the horseshoe, I would kind of be like, I give the edge more to Ohio State, but it's in Ann Arbor, and it's Michigan. I don't give a shit who you are. If you are a Michigan fan, you could go over. As long as you have that one win against Ohio State, it's a good season.
That's what matters right there, and Harbaugh knows that. Yeah. So their whole Michigan's whole thing, because they were thinking national championship, now that's blown out of the water.
I really wish that wasn't a noon. I really wish that's not a 12. I really wish that wasn't a 12 o'clock game. That should be a flex game.
Now Michigan, all right, now Michigan is thinking basically beat Ohio State, go to a bowl, go to any good bowl. That's what Michigan is thinking right now. They're thinking get back in the top 25, beat Ohio State, get in a bowl. If they can ruin Ohio State's season, they'll consider that a success. And that's the fun of college football. I mean, also another one, Oklahoma is number 5. Oklahoma State's number 11. Bedlam is this week.
Oh, Bedlam is gonna be freaking nuts.
Mayfield has been talking, so like, well, we should be better than Ohio State. Da, da, da. He's jawing about the playoff where Oklahoma State's saying, we're going to get these guys.
Oh, and we both were talking last week.
Don't be surprised. All right, don't be surprised if the Pokes get the Sooners. Don't be surprised.
Oh, yeah. Well, and like me and you were talking, Notre Dame. Of all the games they have left, the one that you're scared of is Navy.
That's the one that's the one I am like terrified of. I mean,
because Navy shows up.
Stanford's a hell of a game. Stanford's a hell of a game, but Stanford plays a very, pro style system that
Notre Dame can defend.
Right, you can defend it, especially if you have a good defense. With Miami plays a very pro style system, and they can't score a bunch of points. And if Notre Dame starts running like they did on NC State, it's over. I don't care where you play.
Yeah.
I don't care where you play on that one. So, but the Navy game scares the shit out of me because Navy's offense, it doesn't matter what kind of defense you have. You could have an Alabama caliber defense. The thing is, if you're misdirected all over the place, you see a halfback or a fullback going for a 60-yard touchdown.
Well, that's the other thing, too. Everyone says, oh, this rivalry game, Notre Dame's rivalry game is USC.
Oh, it is. Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Hold on. Notre Dame's big rivalry game is USC. It always has been. It always will be.
But
because it's the battle of Shillelagh. Yes, Notre Dame Navy is a rivalry, but it's a
vintage rivalry.
But it's nowhere. Yes, but it's nowhere near the caliber of Notre Dame USC. It
Not
is nowhere
anymore,
near as
no.
high profile. It is nowhere near the caliber of a USC Notre Dame thing because Navy's usually not as good as USC.
Yeah, that's why I said not anymore.
The thing that makes Navy right now is that wishbone. Navy's triple option wishbone flexbone offense. That's what makes Navy right now. Without that, Navy is just another squad that just plays football. It's a service academy. Like that's what makes Army and Navy right now is that wishbone. That run-oriented wishbone, that's what makes Army and Navy right now. Without that, they're just another, independent team that most teams will stomp.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. Like, I mean, if you watch Navy play, Navy.
Oh no, Navy. If you ever see hell will freeze over the day you have a Navy quarterback pass for 1,000 yards. It never happens.
Yeah. I mean, Navy. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you're never going to have Navy light it up like in Ohio State. You're never going to have Navy run a spread option like that.
No.
Navy runs that wishbone because Navy doesn't have the personnel to run a spread option.
No, because they don't have. Let's put it this way: the one thing you'll never see at a Navy or a Naval Academy or an academy period is these 300-pound fucking behemoths of linemen.
Well, the thing is, Navy is a service academy. It's not like these private schools where, they recruit people to play for the school. Like, yes, service academy. Yes, you go in the Navy. Yes, they can recruit you, but they're not gonna. But it's not like they're throwing money at you. It's like
no, it's a volunteer. It's a volunteer college.
It's a volunteer thing, and if you go to the NFL, they could. Sometimes you can get that leave quick. That you served in the Navy, you didn't serve overseas or anything like that. You were at school in the Navy and all that, and maybe you did your service during the summer in the off season or something like that. And you can go, and you can go. And you
Yeah,
go,
the one thing you'll never see either is a Navy, uh, a Navy cadet or a Army or Air Force that doesn't stay 4 years.
right,
That they have to.
they have to stay 4 years because that's their commitment.
Yeah,
That's their commitment, and some of them even have to give a year of service before they can go to the draft. It's really it's wishy washy and it depends. But the thing that makes that Navy game scary is that wishbone offense.
yeah, yeah.
That wishbone offense scares the hell out of me because it's all misdirection. If you hit the one guy and he doesn't have the ball, there's the scat back or the H back or the B back or whichever one it is going for 60 yards for a touchdown.
Oh yeah, and like we said, they're fast.
It's you have to key. I mean, you have to key on every back, and your team can't get fooled. You, if you get fooled, that guy's gone.
Oh yeah,
Old school, like 2 yards, 10 yards in a cloud of dust. I mean, that's what
uh,
he's not built to come from behind. Like
no.
the games where Notre Dame has beat the hell out of Navy, Notre Dame jumps up on Navy by 14 or 21, and then Navy can't come back.
No, Navy's built to grind out wins. They're not going to put up 45 points.
Right. Navy and Army are built to grind it out like head to head or play with a lead.
Yeah.
That's what they're built for. Like
Yep.
Alabama is really not built to come back. Alabama is built to
Not anymore. Yeah, no, they're built to grind.
grind you down and play with the lead. Because Alabama all of a sudden they run, and that's that. Alabama's not built to come back from maybe they can come back from maybe 10. But Alabama's not built to come back from like 17 or 21 down. Georgia can. Notre Dame can. I mean, Notre Dame can come back from maybe like 14 down. I'm not going to go 21 down. Clemson's built to come back and also play with a lead. Oklahoma's built to come back. Ohio State, as you've seen, is built to come. Penn State, not so much right now.
Yeah.
CU, not so much right now, which is weird, which we know nothing about. Iowa State is that weird, scary one in the Big 12 because you forget the Big 12 is actually going to have a championship game now.
Yeah.
Which means Oklahoma State might meet again.
Which the fact that they point blank said, have you seen the commercial for Big 12?
Yeah.
The only conference that the top two teams actually meet.
Yeah, the only conference that the top two teams will actually meet. And right now they're sort of true.
Yeah.
Except for the SEC of Alabama and Georgia, who look like they're headed on a collision course.
That's that
preview.
game. Can you just say money?
Oh, that game's gonna be insane. I mean,
If
that's
they stay
the national championship before the national championship.
If they stay at 1 and 2, yeah, like can you just say that's gonna be the 8:00 game or the 6:30 game that everyone's just gonna show up and just like click?
Oh yeah. Well, number 19 LSU though is gonna have a lot to say about it, and so is Mississippi State.
Oh, and Auburn.
Yeah, I mean this is not like a given by any stretch of the imagination. It is
no.
not.
We're just dreaming that if this stays the way it is, oh my God, it's just gonna be it's gonna be hell.
Right.
Atlanta's gonna be jumping.
It's gonna be crazy. Well, Atlanta's gonna be a home game for Georgia.
Yeah. All right, you want to go over last week's games?
Well, why don't we get through the news?
You want to do pro news first?
Let's do trade news and also, I guess World Series. Tonight could be the last. Tonight could be the game where Houston actually wins their first World Series title.
Yes. Don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna go 7.
I mean, my prediction was the Dodgers in 6. Now that's shot. But the thing is, Houston finds a way, and the thing is, my whole thing was, if it comes with the Dodgers needed to win 1 in LA, it's over.
Yeah. Houston
can get a split in LA. It could happen. And with the Houston Strong thing and everything that happened with Harvey, a lot of people are rooting for Houston. A lot of people.
All right. So, you want to talk trade news? You want to start off with
Well, let's
the big?
start off. All right, we'll start off with I guess local. The Philadelphia Eagles have basically thrown their hat in, saying that they are making a bid for the Super Bowl.
I'm kind of surprised that Miami took this trade for what they got.
Well, here's why. Because if you listen to Adam Gase when he was talking about, I guess it was probably a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Basically said special teams is special teams. You just run around, you just run down the field and hit somebody. We're fine there. Our defense is fine. Offense, fuck them. He said offense, fuck them. Straight up and down. He said it was like bleep them. I was like, whoa. And I think this was this trade, especially for a fourth rounder, this was Adam Gase basically saying to the GM, get rid of him, get what you can for him, just get rid of him. I don't care.
Yeah.
And that it was probably meant to send a message. I mean, because the Giants also, like Odell Beckham was, lobbying for New York to get Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry is going to be a free agent at the end of the season, so maybe the Giants make a play for him at the end of the season.
What the hell did he do?
What?
Sorry, I just read the news that Jenkins got suspended indefinitely.
Oh, that's a one-game suspension. He violated a team rule.
Oh, and Curley got suspended by the NFL
Oh,
today. I found that out. They didn't say why.
he violated. He basically violated a team rule. So it's the same thing like the DRC thing. He'll be out.
Okay.
Next week.
I didn't hear that. That's why I was surprised.
Janoris Jenkins. I mean, come on. These stupid suspensions. It's like a team rule violation. That's all it is. And it's McAdoo trying to say that he didn't lose the locker room. It's all it is. It's nothing huge.
Got that. The Jets actually did do something.
The thing
today.
is, wait. The thing is, he goes like it's suspended indefinitely. It's not indefinitely. That the only reason they say it indefinitely because what they're gonna do, they suspend him and then they say indefinitely because they don't want any more about it, and then they'll say we're gonna revisit the suspension thing after the game or whatever or on Saturday or whatever, and then it'll come out Monday or Tuesday that he's playing the next week. It's a bunch of crap. It happens a lot. Whatever. All right, what did the Jets do?
Jets, 49ers traded Rashid Robinson, the cornerback Rashid Robinson, to the Jets, and then released quarterback Brandon Hoyer.
They released quarterback Brian Hoyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, New England's going to pick him up.
Yep, New England's picking him up, but the Jets ended up getting Rashid Robinson. They got a cornerback.
All right, they got a corner. All right.
For who, though, is the question. Did money, or did they
probably
received a 5th-round draft pick?
Okay, 5th-round draft pick. So is Rashid Robinson going to play? Probably not.
I wouldn't be surprised if they switch him over to safety.
All right, so the J.H.I.E. pick is definitely a huge one.
Yeah.
That just bolsters Philadelphia's running game and all that. And right now it looks like Philadelphia's making a huge play for that Super Bowl title.
Yeah.
Don't know if it really happens, but
I mean, they're gonna put in. They're gonna make it attempt.
Yeah, they're gonna make an attempt, and we'll see what happens. So, all right, I guess. Also, the Giants got oh my God, the defensive end from Detroit.
I don't got it here.
Devin Gardner or something.
Okay.
Somebody like that. Anyway.
The Bills at the trade deadline got wide receiver Calvin Benjamin.
Yeah, Kelvin Benjamin from the Panthers. And
For what?
the Seahawks get Dwayne Joseph, and they get they trade a corner, but they get a tackle which they needed. And that makes the Seahawks now, like I said before, the Seahawks are starting to hit on all cylinders. And any question if the Seahawks can score, I think was answered last week.
We got they send Jeremy Lane to Houston along with a 5th round pick for 2018 and 2019 second round pick.
Yeah, and they get Dwayne Joseph.
Yes.
And Dwayne Joseph is an all-pro.
Dwayne Joseph or Dwayne Brown?
Isn't it Dwayne Joseph?
I got Dwayne Brown right here.
Okay.
From the Texans for Jeremy Lane.
All right.
Unless ESPN's fucked up.
All right.
And then Jacksonville got Marcel Darius to the Bills for a 6th round pick for next year.
Yeah, Jacksonville gets Marcel Darius, and and then the fleecing.
Oh, the
fleecing.
fucking Patriots.
Here, all right, because some people like 49ers fans like, hey, we got Jimmy Garoppolo. Da, 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 da. I'm like, dude, New England won that draft. New England won that trade. He's like, how? They got a 2nd round pick. I'm like, where are the 49ers going to finish? Probably what? 30. So that the 49ers are going to finish like what? Maybe second pick, 3rd pick, maybe? Any one of those?
I'm saying top 3.
Yeah, top 3. So basically, New England's pick, the 2nd round pick, is either going to be the 33rd pick,
or 34th or 35th.
Which is basically almost like a 1st rounder anyway. They just don't have to pay him 1st round money.
Yeah, it's a late 1st rounder.
And people are like, oh, but what about Jimmy Garoppolo? I'm like, there are some quarterbacks right now that may fall. New England.
I have one thing to say about this. To anyone that thinks he's going to do good in San Francisco, I have one person to say. Matt Castle.
Everyone says that. And here's the thing. He's going to be. He's a system quarterback. It's Matt Castle 2.0. And the reason why I said the Patriots won the trade, because if anybody said, oh, they're going to need a quarterback, well, first they're going to grab Brian Hoyer off free agency anyway and get him for a lot less than what San Francisco was paying him for. And he's going to be on the bench. And he knows the system. So that's one thing right there. Then they could take that 2nd round pick. And if they want to find a quarterback, they have Josh Allen could fall. JT Barrett could be there. You have a Josh Allen, JT Barrett, maybe Sam Darnold if he comes out. Oh, no, not Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold ain't coming out. Maybe a Mason.
No, Darnold ain't coming out.
Maybe a Mason Rudolph.
No.
Mason Rudolph. Maybe Baker Mayfield if people, if he falls. A Kenny Hill if he falls. Like there are some decent quarterbacks that are coming out that he could take. I mean, there are some decent quarterbacks that are coming out that could end up on the Patriots, learning under Tom Brady.
Yeah. And like everyone's saying, oh, he's that good. I go, you're giving Belichick not enough credit there.
Or you can take running backs like maybe Bryce Love falls. It could happen. Maybe some other guys fall. Maybe they get a lineman. Maybe they get some defensive help that they need. A bunch of stuff could happen with that pick, or they could just trade that pick and get in the 1st round and get somebody. I mean, it's New England, and it's like New England's almost like Alabama right now. It's like they don't just rebuild, they reload. So if they figured that, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo, he's sitting here, why not? It's people are saying like, oh, Cleveland should have given 2 picks for Jimmy Garoppolo. No. Because one, Jimmy Garoppolo's only played what, 2 games,
Yeah,
and the fact,
three.
okay, and the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo was a system guy because they plugged in when Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt, they plugged in Jacoby Brissett,
Yeah.
and Jacoby Brissett did the exact same thing. New England won, and
And
Jacoby,
what is he doing in New England? What is he doing in Indy?
I mean, he's putting up numbers, but he has nobody with him.
No, he's at least showing that he can be a quarterback.
Well, I think Jacoby Brissett's a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo anyway.
Yeah.
And everybody's all gaga over Jimmy Garoppolo in his first 2 games. Like, oh my God, he put up 400 yards in a Patriot system that's like a West Coast offense. What the fuck you think is going to happen? You know, what the fuck do you think is going to happen?
No. All right, so let's just see this. So he's going to get traded. He's probably going to start.
He'll start in like 2 or 3 weeks.
So you think? So okay. So he's not going to start against the Cardinals. This is the Niners' rest of their schedule after the Cardinals this week. They got the Giants, the Seahawks, the Bears, Texans, Titans, Jags, and Rams. Good luck, kid.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Garoppolo goes from a 6-2 team where he's pretty much protected to now the Wolves.
And the Bears are no slouch now. The Bears are fucking playing great games. Seattle's going to be all over them.
Oh, I know.
Houston, I mean, the only ones that I could see him hopefully putting up good numbers on are Houston and the Jags.
All right, you want to know why Philly? You want to know why Philly got Jay Ajayi?
They kind of needed the running back, and Ajayi's good out of the backfield as a catching running back too.
Well, they also are looking at what they need to get like the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
And home field advantage, because who's coming up right now? Like I said before, I said the Rams are going to falter eventually. I said the Rams are going to lose some dumb games, but who's on the rise right now? Seattle. Who could end up with the
Rams haven't lost any dumb games yet.
It's like I said, the season's early.
We're halfway. I mean, the only dumb game that they could really lose to
is this Sunday in New York.
That and the Niners. All the other ones, if they lose, those are close games. Honestly, if you want to go by if they can pull it out, that 12-10 game, Rams-Eagles, might be your number 1 seed game.
I don't think it is. I think the Rams are going to lose to New York because it's a 1:00 game on the East Coast, and West Coast teams never do good in those. The only one that somebody can say, oh, it was a 1:00 game on the East Coast. They played in London against Arizona, but that wasn't a 1:00 game East Coast.
That was an 8 o'clock. That was a 1:00 game on the East Coast, but that was an 8 o'clock game in England.
In England, it was, it's whatever. I mean, so I think the Rams are going to be a playoff team. I think the Rams are going to get in the wild card. I don't think the Rams are going to win the West. I don't think. I mean, Seattle is coming up.
That's, you know what, though? With how Seattle's playing, yeah, that's viable.
Seattle, and the thing is also, look at Seattle's schedule. Over half of their games are at home.
Got it right here.
Pull up Seattle.
Home against Washington.
Win.
At this week, yeah. At Arizona.
Win.
Home against the Falcons.
Win.
At the Niners.
Win.
Home against the Eagles.
Win.
At the Jags.
That may be a loss.
Home against the Rams.
Win.
At Dallas.
I think that's a win because Dallas ain't going to have Zeke.
At 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. No, they would have Zeke by then. If Dallas' suspension starts this week, he will be back by week 15.
But the thing is, it's a dome. Seattle doesn't play well on grass. Seattle plays great on turf.
Yeah.
They're built for turf, so that's.
But I'm saying is, you're saying Zeke won't be back. Zeke should be back by that game. Unless he pulls something really freaking stupid and but no, the judges aren't letting him.
Yeah. All right.
Do a second appeal, so
All right,
he's taking it.
At Dallas, win.
And then home against Arizona.
Win.
That's it.
Seattle has a schedule that is very, very, very manageable, and they could end up 13-3, or 13-3, maybe even 14-2, or I think at worst.
I'd give Philly. I don't. It's home. It's an 8. That's an 8:00 game. Philly in the lights.
Philly in Seattle under the lights, never done.
I can see that being a close game. I can see that being a 3-point win either way.
The last time Philly played in Seattle under the lights, Philly got murdered.
And
go back. You'll see. The last time Philly played in Seattle under the lights, they got murdered. And that was actually like the end of the Andy Reid era.
And then the Atlanta game is under the light. But they're gonna destroy Atlanta.
It's in Seattle. The thing that makes Seattle hard
is their stadium, the 12th man.
Stadium. It's the 12th man. That thing is loud as hell. People go, oh, Arrowhead's louder, but teams find a way to win in Arrowhead. A lot of teams don't find a way to win in Seattle. It doesn't happen.
They are now what Giant Stadium was in the 80s and what Atlanta and Indy were in the 90s and 2000s.
They're what Chicago. They're what Soldier Field in Chicago was in the 80s.
Yeah.
You don't come in there. Like, you don't come into Seattle and expect to win. You don't. And Seattle has the majority of their games at home, and the other ones that are on the road are very, very manageable. Jacksonville could be, you never know. And the thing is now with Seattle getting a tackle, which is something needed. Seattle, Philly looks like, okay, we need to win these games because I still think Seattle's going to beat Philly. Seattle has a hell of a defense that they're playing. They're starting to get it going and play. They're starting to create turnovers. Russell Wilson and Seattle's running game is starting to pick up steam. They're not the pushover like everybody. The thing is, like, whoever looks great in the beginning of the season, after this midway point, it's almost like you wipe the slate clean.
Yeah.
You wipe the slate clean, and the teams that really emerge are going to emerge now. That's what's scary. And Seattle is picking up right now. Same as the Texans are picking up right now. Those teams are scary. Philly's definitely picking up, but who's Philly really played?
Giants. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head who is.
The Giants are 1-6, so the Redskins can't really find their own way. They haven't played the Cowboys yet. The best team Philly's played is the lost.
Chiefs. They beat Panthers.
The Panthers are nowhere near as good as everybody thinks they are.
No. No one, but they're at the schedule. Their last half is ridiculous.
That's why I'm thinking Seattle finds a way to get the home field advantage, because Philly's last half of that schedule is ridiculous. 2 games, 3 Cowboys,
3 away games in a row. Ready for this? I got it right here. Home against the Broncos.
That's not even a gimme.
No.
And Trevor Siemian, like, you never know if the Broncos defense starts creating turnovers. That's not a gimme. That is not a gimme in any slight.
8:30 game at the Cowboys.
That's a tough one.
Home against the Bears.
That's not even. Thing is, the Bears game, the way the Bears have been playing, that's not even a gimme.
No.
Bears defense is playing out of their minds.
At 8:30 at Seattle.
All right. Well, like, here's the thing: the Bears, if you, the Bears Saints last week.
No, yeah.
Would you have thought the Bears were going to keep it that close?
No.
No, the Bears defense is playing out of their minds. All right, what's the other game?
At Seattle, 8:30 game. At the Rams, 4:30.
The Rams could be fighting for a wild card, and who knows? I mean, that's a weird one. All right.
And then at the Giants, which is pretty much a home game.
At the Giants is you don't know. Maybe the Giants have something to play for. Maybe they beat them. They're probably going to lose. But
then they end the season with Christmas night against the Raiders.
They have to play another game against the Cowboys.
And then New Year's Eve against the Cowboys.
Is that in Philly or at Dallas?
They're both in Philly. The last two games are in Philly.
Okay. That is not a easy, schedule. That is not an easy schedule at all. Maybe the Raiders find their momentum and, actually these preseason people that are picking them to go crazy. All right. Anyway. All right. So we did that. All right. Let's just get to the college picks.
All right. All right. We'll just go to what we did pick last week, what we had. We had Oklahoma State beating West Virginia 50-34. We both took Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Ohio State beat Penn State 39-38.
That was tough. That was a game.
Oh, it was a great game.
That was one of the best games.
Yeah. Georgia steamrolled Florida 42-7.
Oh yeah. Also, Jim McElwain is gone from Florida.
Yes, he got fired. No, they pardoned ways.
No, he got fired.
I know. They mutually disbanded. That's what they said.
So it wasn't on the field. A big part, I think, was basically Florida. Was the thing that McElwain basically said he received death threats, and then he produced proof. He basically rubbed a lot of Florida people the wrong way.
Yeah.
So.
Notre Dame beat NC State 35-14.
That game was close in the first half, and then Notre Dame just took it over.
Now, the upset of the week was not this one.
Hold on.
All
right, the one thing you have to look about that with the Notre Dame NC State game, Notre Dame's, all right, Josh Adams had 202 yards on what is supposed to be one of the best defensive lines in college football.
Well, that's why I said they should be over Ohio State, because they beat a ranked NC State team by more than 20 points. They steamrolled what's his name? USC, and their only loss is to Georgia, number 2 Georgia, by a point.
Number 1 Georgia.
Now, yeah, in the playoff, number 1.
The AP poll is meaningless now.
Yeah, well, yeah, you get what I mean. But I'm saying, number 1 Georgia by a point. Notre Dame deserves to be there.
Oh, they deserve to be number 3. They totally deserve to be number 3, and I think the schedule shows it.
Yeah, and I think the committee actually got it right, because I'm like, when I saw the AP poll, I'm like, really? Ohio State 3? Like, no.
People forget that NC State has probably the best defensive line in all college football.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying is,
all right, before Josh Adams shredded them, They didn't give up a 100-yard rusher at all this season. They didn't even give up 100 yards total rushing this season. And then Josh Adams shredded them for 202. And that's not even total rushing yards Notre Dame had. That's something.
Yeah. What did we have? Iowa State upset TCU. Both happily took Iowa State.
Yep, I told you. I called that one.
Now, these next two are big upsets. Northwestern upset Michigan State
Northwestern
39-31
State, yeah.
in overtime. And Houston handed South Florida their first loss.
Yeah.
28-24.
Coming.
No. No one did. And then the game that I didn't really understand why this was on, Florida Atlantic 42-28 over Western Kentucky.
Damn. Lane Kiffin's got him going.
Yeah. Clemson beat Georgia Tech 24-10.
Yeah.
USC steamrolled Arizona State 48-17. Michigan wrecked Rutgers 35-14.
You surprised?
Not one bit. That's why we both took Michigan. Miami keeps the train going, beating North Carolina 24-19.
All right. The thing is, all right, that game, if you watched Miami, North Carolina, like I watched that game because I want to see what Miami has, especially for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Miami did not look that good against North Carolina. Malik Rozier went out of the game early. So did Chaz, whoever the hell it is, for the quarterback for North Carolina. So there were backups coming in.
Okay.
But it was very up and down. Miami really didn't pull away until Rozier came back. And North Carolina had a lot of opportunities. Like they had first and goal at the 5 and couldn't get it in.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami is, how can I put it? Miami is probably the undefeated team that really should not be undefeated right now.
No. And they're probably, and in my opinion, I don't think they're going to be.
I think Miami they're undefeated, but they're finding a way to win.
They're undefeated by proxy.
That is a mark of a good team. They're finding a way to win, but things are also getting damn lucky because their defense is bailing them out of big, big problems.
And then Stanford, and one hell of a game for a Friday, Thursday, beat Oregon State 15-14.
All right, there's a note. You got to put an asterisk right here because Bryce Love did not play that game.
No. But still, I mean, that was still a great game. I thought for a 1-6 team.
I told you, things get weird in Corvallis.
Well, this is why I took Oregon State.
Yes, I told you, things get weird in Corvallis. They do. On Thursday night, things get weird in Corvallis when a ranked team comes into Corvallis.
And then Pittsburgh beat Virginia 31-14.
Yeah, I took Virginia. I know I did.
And I took Pitt. All right. So this week for our picks, we will open it up with. I have to adjust all this now because now I put in the AP poll. Number 14 Auburn takes on Texas Tech.
Gotta go Auburn.
Yeah, I'm not shying away from. Much as I think Texas Tech is good, I don't know. It's not.
War Eagle.
Well, the only reason I would say Texas A&M.
Oh, Texas A&M?
And it's the Aggies, and it's in Texas.
I think Auburn's rolling. I think.
Yeah, I still
it-
think Auburn's winning that, but it's home for Texas.
Who is it? I think Kenyon Marshall has a good game again. Just give me War Eagle.
Yeah. Well, this I don't have to change. Number 24, Michigan State takes a number 7 Penn State. They are still alive in this playoff.
Michigan State is. It's in East Lansing. Michigan
Yes.
State's going to give Penn State a hell of a game, but I think Michigan State can't bottle up Saquon Barkley. Penn State's got to find a way to get him going. I think they do. I think Penn State wins a close one against their hated rival Michigan State. I think it's very close. I think Penn State maybe only wins by a field goal or a touchdown.
I think Penn State's going to come out pissed off. I see them winning by 7. Or 7 or 10. Penn State wins over Michigan. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder after what happened last
Oh, yeah.
West Virginia will be hosting number 15, Iowa State.
I want to take Iowa State, and the train keeps coming. I have a feeling the luck stops here.
You're going to take West Virginia.
I think Will Greer has a field day. Give me the Mountaineers.
What time is that game? That's something I just want to... Yeah, what time is that game?
It's in Morgantown, right?
Yeah, it's in Morgantown.
Give me West Virginia.
I can't... Right now, I'm going to ride the Cyclone.
All right, you're gonna ride the Cyclone, huh?
Yep. Okay, next. Number 4, Clemson goes to number 20, NC.
This is probably the game of the week. This is the game of the week.
I don't know about that.
I think this may be the game of the week.
Over... There's 2 other games that are probably going to be game of the week, in my opinion.
I don't know. Clemson, NC State. This is gonna be a war.
Over Washington and Stanford?
Clemson, NC State has more national championship.
And LSU, and
All
LSU, Bama?
right, LSU, Bama could be a game. It could be,
Could be a blowout too, yeah.
yeah, it could be a war. It could be a blowout and one-sided where you turn the TV off after 9:30 by 28.
So who you taking?
This one I'm taking Clemson, but barely.
All right, because
Kelly Bryant needs to play like how he's been playing. They need Kelly Bryant versus West Virginia, or not versus Virginia Tech, not Kelly Bryant versus Syracuse. And Kelly Bryant has to be healthy. And Brent Venables' defense really needs to step up because North Carolina State is angry and they're home. That's the thing that's scary about this game is they're home.
and all I have to say is, ow! Too sweet, baby. NC State will beat Clemson. It is home for NC State. They barely got away with they didn't win the game, but they pretty much showed that they could against who they had. They had Notre Dame last week.
NC State didn't show they could win the game against Notre Dame.
In the first they played. No, I'm saying they played strong. That's what I mean.
They played strong for a half, and then Notre Dame basically beat the hell out of them, and they were just imposing their will in the second half.
But I say that, and because again, have a chip on their shoulder. They're home. Wolfpack coming strong, and Wolfpack gonna fucking put them in a body bag.
God. Oh, God, wrestling references.
Nah. Wolfpack come back strong. They're gonna beat number 4 Clemson by 3.
Well, the thing is, in NC State. That's what helps them. They're in the friendly confines.
It's home. That's helping them. Yeah, come on. A team named the Wolfpack, I'm not gonna throw a reference out.
Yeah, I know that.
Come on, I did the fucking howl for Christ's sakes.
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Now, my opinion, this might be game of the week. Number 25, Washington. Is it 25? No. They bumped up. Not Wazoo. Oh, no. Wazoo got Stanford.
Washington, Stanford.
Washington State, Stanford. Wazoo versus Stanford.
Wazoo versus Stanford? That's not game of the week.
25-18. Or 25-21, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Still 4 versus 20. What is it? 20?
No, Wazoo's 25, Stanford's 21.
Clemson, NC State, 420, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a better game. I mean,
I think Pac. Is that what time is that? It's not Pac-10 after dark. 3:30.
So is it Palo Alto? It's in Palo Alto?
Yeah, it is in Wazoo.
Oh, so it's in. Okay, so it's in Wazoo.
Yeah.
So it's Stanford at Washington State.
Yes.
If Bryce Love plays, give me Stanford. I'm just gonna take Stanford anyway because Washington State can't play defense to save their life.
I think Stanford wins by 6.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a good game, but I still think Stanford's going to pull it out.
All right.
Now we get to number 6. Ohio State travels in Iowa.
A lot of people want to see Iowa beat Ohio State. I don't see it happening. Buckeyes.
I think it's going to be Iowa for 3 quarters, and then Ohio State just starts trouncing them.
So basically, Iowa gets Indiana disease.
Yeah, I think they're gonna pull rope. They're gonna pull a rope-a-dope on them. Just come on, hit us, and then 4th quarter, boom, just knock them out.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna take a quarter off, take the first quarter off. At least then you have the second, third, and 4th quarter you're playing good.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm saying they're gonna Iowa's gonna come out first 3 quarters firing on all cylinders. Ohio State's gonna keep it close. They're gonna keep it within there, and then 4th quarter they're just gonna run over them.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna get another Penn State comeback game like that. All right, number 8, TCU hosts Texas.
TCU hosts Texas. TCU gets back to their winning ways. Give me TCU.
Now, the game that's either going to be game of the week or turn the fucking TV off in the first quarter. Number 2, Bama versus number 19, LSU.
All right. I know everybody wants to hear this. But you're going to hear this.
Hell no. No.
Give me Alabama in a... Game's off by 9.
Roll.
Game's off by 9:30.
Roll fucking Tide. That's all I gotta say.
The Tide.
Roll Tide. And it's an 8:00 game?
Yes, and you further agitate Nick Saban by putting Alabama at number 2.
I was gonna say, I like the fact that Georgia got number 1, but don't be stupid. You just pissed them off.
Alabama murders teams, and it is like you just poked a sleeping bear. Nick Saban's going to say, it doesn't matter what it does, but Nick Saban's also telling his players, show them why you're number one.
Run the game up by 50.
Beat the hell out of them. Oh, God. And poor Coach Ogeron is gonna. He's going into Tuscaloosa. He's going into a buzzsaw in Tuscaloosa.
Make him cry to his mommy.
Man,
All right.
Man, I think I'm going to be watching NC State versus Clemson.
Now, they're number 10 now. All right. Number 13.
What time is NC State Clemson? Is that at night?
I will find out for you. Let me. Clemson. 3:30.
Oh, okay, fine.
Number 13, Vatek travels to Miami. Number 13 versus number 10.
I mean,
The luck is gonna run out for Miami.
Miami has a history of pulling out tough games. I just think. I think Virginia Tech's defense stifles Miami, and Miami really gets woke up to the reality of their schedule.
The thing is, I mean, granted, Vatek hasn't played anyone good. They lost to Clemson, and they beat West Virginia. But other than that, they trounced the UNC team, and they beat Duke. That's who I think, in my opinion, that's like the last people those are the last games that are like meaning. And then you're going to have Miami, Georgia Tech, Pitt, and then the big one against Virginia.
Who trounced UNC? Miami didn't trounce UNC.
No, Vatek.
All right.
So I think this is going to be a test. This is going to be they're 7-1, rightfully so, but I wouldn't be shocked if people are saying that, who did Virginia Tech play?
Virginia Tech played fucking Clemson.
But I'm saying as though, and lost. That's their one loss.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I think that the people that are the naysayers, this is where Virginia Tech shows up the naysayers and hands Miami their first loss.
Oh, easily.
Yep. Now, onto the games that pretty much we just have fun with. Temple versus Navy.
You mean Navy?
Yep, I think it's in Philly. Either way, it's a kind of a home game for both teams.
Yeah.
Now, this game that's coming up next is Rutgers, Maryland. This game apparently got changed because it was supposed to be played in Yankee Stadium.
Nobody wanted to see it.
Well, no, because it was supposed to tie in, because every year, starting last year, this is the second year they're doing it. Whoever's coming in, they'll do a outdoor wrestling, collegiate wrestling event with that school. And that was supposed to be held in Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
From what I seen, that ain't happening. It's now back at Rutgers.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to see Rutgers play Maryland.
But you kind of almost went for the collegiate wrestling because the teams are because they're fucking good. But the game is RU Maryland.
So it's not in Yankee Stadium, huh?
No, it's in Piscataway.
All right.
Maryland's dodgy in my opinion. I like Rutgers.
Maryland is dodgy. Rutgers is dodgy. You know what? Give me a... Give me Rutgers.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I kind of like their odds against Maryland, and it was funny as hell because I was listening to someone on a podcast going, Rutgers is still bowl eligible. I wanted to call in and go, whoa, hold your roll there. We ain't going to no bowl. We lost to fucking East Carolina. We don't deserve a bowl game.
What's Rutgers' record?
Rutgers' record is 3-. They only won 3 games, so they would have to win the next 4, or 3 out of. They would have to win 3 out of their 4.
Okay, so who they got? They got Maryland. Okay, I'm picking Rutgers, so Maryland gets the 4-4.
Penn State.
That's a loss. That's a loss in a heartbeat.
At Penn State.
Yeah, that's a loss in a heartbeat.
At Indiana.
Loss.
They could win that. That's a close one. That's a toss-up.
What?
And then
Indiana's
home,
dude.
and then senior night against Michigan State.
That's a loss.
They can go 2-2 and be 5 and.
Yeah, they're not going to a bowl.
No, they're not going to a bowl. If they beat fucking EMU, I'd be like, all right, we have a chance.
Yeah.
They had to beat. They had to beat Nebraska, and they had to beat Eastern Michigan.
Well, they weren't going to beat Nebraska. I knew that. Come on.
They had to beat fucking Eastern Michigan, and they didn't. So yeah, they don't deserve a bowl.
Rutgers, no bowl for you. Sorry.
No. It's whatever. Now here, I gotta find out because I changed this because it's not the same anymore.
Notre Dame hosting Wake Forest.
That's this week.
Yeah.
Why is that not on here?
I don't know. I mean, Notre.
Yeah, it is. It is Notre Dame hosting Wake Forest. Yeah, we'll put that down here.
Yeah, that's a blowout. Give me Notre Dame. That's a murder, but yeah.
We'll go 1 extra. Number 3, Notre Dame. Yeah, fight Irish fight.
You also have Oregon at Washington.
Well, I have that on the list.
And Arizona USC.
I have just about to say that. Number 7, is it 17? What are they now?
Number 22 at number 17. It's in LA. And
USC. Okay, so Arizona jumped up a spot. Interesting.
Yeah. It's in LA. That's the only reason I'm taking the Trojans. Otherwise, I would take the Wildcats.
What time is that game?
Pac-12 after dark.
Is it an after dark game?
Yep.
I mean, I could see Arizona pulling it out, but no, USC.
I think it's a good game. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think USC wins in the end.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so the battle for the what was it, the brown jug? I forget what the actual name of the fucking jug is called.
Little Brown Jug?
Little Brown Jug. Michigan versus Minnesota. It's in Big House.
Michigan, Minnesota.
Yes.
In Ann Arbor?
Yes.
Give me the Wolverines.
Only reason I picked that is because that's a big fucking rivalry game. I always love watching that game because it's just those two beat the piss out of each other.
If Minnesota and BJ Fleck beat Jim Harbaugh's Michigan Wolverines, Harbaugh is probably going to be out next year.
Yeah. And number 12, Washington versus Oregon.
Washington.
Agreed.
All right, so on to the NFL.
All right. There. Okay. So for the games, we had we both took Miami for this one, and boy, did we look.
Oh yeah, Baltimore
40-0 massacre.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was a murder. Minnesota beat Cleveland in London. Apparently, I didn't know that was in London.
Yep.
33-16. Atlanta beat the Jets. Okay. I'm going to rant real quick about this because I was at this game.
Okay.
In that torrential fucking downpour.
Okay.
Fuck. Bulls, you need to open up that fucking playbook. Fucking giving him a 2-minute drill, a minute 10 left. You're on the 20-yard line and you're passing 5 yards down the field in the middle of the field. Fuck that bullshit. You should be throwing down the fucking sidelines.
All right. Why do you think Todd Bowles has something to do with that? Because he doesn't. Because he's a defensive guy.
Well, I'm saying is you're open up he's the head coach. Oh, you should tell your guys to be opening up the playbook.
Here's the thing. Do they believe in McCown like that though?
Well, you're not showing the team that you're even attempting to even try. At least open up the playbook and let's see if the kid can at least try to take us back. We were only down 5. A minute 10 left and you're throwing 5-yard passes to the fucking tight end in the middle of the field. Like,
what about, all right. So, well, Atlanta's corners are good.
Yeah. Robbie Johnson, an unknown kid, was smoking. What?
Robbie Anderson
was smoking their corners. Had 2 steps on them the entire night.
Was he wide open? First off, did McCown have time?
Yes, he had time.
Because Atlanta's, pass rush is pretty good.
They got to him. There were a couple coverage sacks during the game, but in the fourth quarter, not really. I mean, they ended up getting their. Oh, I forget how many sacks they had, but a lot of those sacks came at key moments. That offensive line should have never. He could have just thrown them away and they might have been fine, but that's not the point. I'm saying, 5 minutes ago, you had a chance to win the game, and you're only throwing 5 yards in the middle of the field while the clock is running with no timeouts. First instinct is you're throwing towards the sidelines.
Okay.
I didn't care. Listen, if he threw a pick and it was within the last minute, so be it. At least he was trying to move the ball down the field.
Well, 5 yards, you have to move the chains. You just can't get it all in one shot.
No, but when you're on the 20 and you're not stopping the clock either. You're throwing it right in the middle of the field. That's the problem. If it was 3 minutes, and they had maybe 2 timeouts left and they only needed a field goal, yeah, throw it in the middle of the field. You have time to work with it. But the clock management was terrible.
Was McCown was he pressured?
Not in the last 2 minutes, no.
All right, was the Falcons in a zone?
Not that I can tell. They had corners. They had their corners. I think Anderson was doubled, but Curley wasn't.
Okay, was Curley open?
Yes. For a couple plays he was.
Okay, so he didn't throw 5-yarders all the time.
He never threw it downfield though. The last couple plays, the last 2 minute warrant, the last 2 minutes they had, it was 2 passes into the middle of the field and then a false start, 10-second runoff, game over.
Right.
That was the last plays of the game.
All right, a 10-second runoff, game over. Because of a false start.
Yeah, because they didn't get set and they were trying to spike the ball.
All right, how far, where, how?
They were on the 20, they got to their 40.
Okay, so they did move the ball.
Move the ball, but you have to kind of, that's the thing. They move the ball, fine. But you're not playing, you're playing the middle of the field. At that time, you kind of have to you can play the middle of the field the first couple plays. Once you start getting to 30 seconds, you kind of have to go to the. You have to work the sidelines.
Yeah, I know that.
You need to stop the clock, but they're not. They never took the opportunity to stop the clock.
Did it? The thing is, like, were those receivers open on the sideline? Because you just can't throw a prayer to a sideline.
It doesn't. But I'm saying is why run? You're running the flats. They were getting beat. Their corners were getting beat all day because of the weather.
Yeah. So why weren't you running sideline? Why weren't you running sideline plays then? If there's
they never explained it. They never said it. But I'm saying is the fact that they could. First off, Curly. That fumble that he did, I can't blame him all for that, but that was a game changer.
If a guy fumbles, I mean, he drops the ball. I mean, if he gets nailed, then he loses the ball.
No, he didn't get nailed and lose it. Muff kick.
That is his fault. You can't say I can't blame him for a muff kick. No, a muff punt.
No, I said I blame him, but I'm saying is they had a chance at the end of the game to come back, but that was a changer. That was a game changer. That muff punt.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if you're saying, oh, they need to go to sidelines, Atlanta's definitely saying, well, protect the sidelines, give them what they can, give them what you can, give them it in the middle.
Okay, let me rephrase that. It almost felt like there was no urgency.
Well,
from McCown, there almost felt like there was no urgency there.
Do the Jets have someone that can take a top off of defense?
Anderson.
Okay, you said he was being doubled.
At that time, at the last 2 minutes, it was doubled, but Curly was singled.
Yeah, that doesn't. Curly can be singled because Curly's not that good.
Yeah, but I'm saying is though, like, you could have made the attempt.
All right, here's what you're saying. Here, you could make the attempt, but if you get picked or whatever, then you're on here saying, "Why do you throw it to Curly?" Da da da.
No, because personally, other people would say that. Me, I would have. You're playing with house money. The Jets are really playing with house money. If you really think about it, if they ended up throwing a pick. I would have I tell you right now, I would have came on here. They threw a pick. Good. At least he made an attempt to win the game.
He did make an attempt to win the game. He tried to get him in the scoring position so they could get down the field. I mean, you got it. It sucks when a team's in a prevent defense or a zone defense because basically, unless you have somebody that is running wide open and you have the arm, which McCown does not have the arm. Let's be honest here.
He dropped a fucking 40. What is it? Dropped a 45-yard dime.
All right, how many? McCown had threw how many passes though?
I have a stats right here. So hold on. Box score. McCown threw 33. He went 26 for 33 with 257 with 2 touchdowns. Got sacked 3 times for 21 yards.
Okay, they don't say how many times he got hurried. So
no, they don't.
All right, all right, McCown basically threw 30. McCown's old. I mean, I hate to break it to you. McCown's old. His arm gets tired. McCown's arm, if you really look at it, McCown throws the deep shit in the first half.
What was the
second half comes, he can't throw the deep shit that much. And especially when teams are playing center field, it is hard as hell to take the top off a defense unless some guy falls down. I mean, the defense is basically in a get what we give you. Get what we give you, and how you make that better is basically you make that catch or whatever, then you make a move. You make a move, break a tackle or two, whatever, and all of a sudden that you're 15, 20, 30 yards, then you're doing something. Other than that, the defense is going to give you a 10-yard play. Who gives a shit? They're protecting the end zone.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's almost especially from what I was watching.
Yeah, but if you're saying they have to go all the way down, they have to.
Well, I'm saying they needed a touchdown. They needed at least to get.
But if the defense is,
or okay, even if they didn't get down all the way, at least get out of bounds. At least try to get out of bounds. They were not. The first time he got tackled, it was literally dead center of the field. I don't think he slipped, but it just did not seem like he was trying to get there.
well, here's the thing: if the guy catches the ball and the guy's going to hit him right away, you go down because you stop the play and you snap it, or you spike it or whatever.
Right.
I mean, if you can make it out of bounds, you make it out of bounds. But if you have to fight to get out of bounds, that just wastes time for meaningless yards. I mean,
and also the Jets should have won that game because of turnovers. Matt Ryan lost 2 fumbles in the beginning, and they got only 3 points out of it. The Falcons defense stepped up. I'm saying if those turned into touchdowns, this would have been a completely different game.
Yeah, those turned into touchdowns, but they didn't because the Falcons defense stepped up and they're good.
Yeah,
and that's what the Falcons did. And as soon as they took the lead, and you guys knew you had to get a touchdown, you knew all of a sudden
the Jets don't have a 2-minute offense, Dave.
Well,
that's the thing. Jets don't have a 2-minute offense.
All right, they have a zone. When Atlanta's in a zone and all that, unless the Jets have a scheme that basically where like you have guys that can make plays, make these shifty plays, and get out, basically make a 10-yarder into a 20-yarder, 30-yarder, 40-yarder, 50-yarder. Like that's what you have to do against the zone. If you have a guy that can take a top off a defense, he can take a shot. But if you don't, you either have to have a tight end come out by the freaking come out in the flat and go by the sidelines, like run across to a sideline, so where he catches it and then like books for a sideline, or you have a receiver basically run a curl, get what he can, then fall down.
Yeah, here's what you got. Here's literally the last play. Minute 7 left in the game. Okay? So start at the 9, got a 5-yard pass, 12-yard pass, spike. Incomplete to Curse, 6 yards, 11 yards, end of the game.
Okay.
That's literally how the game ended.
Okay. He was trying to move the sticks. You can't fault him for that.
No, I'm not faulting him for that. I just think they open it up a little more. Like they
open up the playbook, but they don't. Probably the incompletion was one, and he tried. And the thing is, again, you're in a position where basically the defense is playing center field. So if you want to try to throw it downfield, good luck. That's what that defense knows what they're going to do. I mean, they're not in a prevent. They're in like a zone. They're in like almost like a cover 2 zone. So you don't, unless you have a guy that can take a top off the defense, it's not going to matter. And the thing is also, your quarterback arm is quarter. So, he's doing, you guys don't have a guy that has a gun.
No, well, Jet quarterbacks never have had a gun quarterback.
I don't know. Mark Sanchez had a gun.
Yeah, but I mean, besides Sanchez, look at who else. Pennington, no gun. Testaverde, no gun.
No.
Glenn Foley, no gun.
Geno Smith had a gun.
Geno Smith was not a good quarterback.
Geno Smith had nobody around him.
That too.
So you can't, the thing is you can't fault the Jets. You say, oh, he has to open up his playbook. It's like, yeah, I get I get what you're saying, but you can't really say that when
you have to have maybe not open up the playbook, but show a little more urgency.
But when you don't have the weapons, that's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Have the weapons.
And that's the funny part, though.
And they went to Curse. Curse is probably the best weapon you have, besides Anderson.
Even though Anderson went for 104 yards that game, and a touchdown.
All right, I know. Anderson went for 104 yards and all that, but he was being doubled, so they took him out of the equation. So
yeah. No, I'm saying at the end of the game, no. Yeah, at the end of the game, there's nothing you could do. He's getting guarded by the safety in the corner. There's nothing you can do about that. You knew that was going to happen, so someone else had to step up.
yeah, and you know that the Jets ain't gonna run the ball. Like a quick.
You do that, you're going to get booed out of the building.
No, the thing is, like, that's the one thing. Like, if the Jets had a back that can pick up 10, 15, 20 yards fast on a draw, you know, especially with the team way back there playing center field, you have no problem.
Yeah.
And all right, it's ridiculous we keep talking about this, and we spent like 20 minutes on the damn Jets.
But anyway, okay, so Buffalo beat Oakland 34-14, or yeah, Buffalo beat Oakland 34-14. Scary injury in New Orleans versus Chicago. Last I heard, they are going to be able to save the leg of.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's the last I've heard. I haven't heard anything recently about that, but
I don't want to see anybody lose their leg.
no. Did you see that injury?
I saw it.
Oh, that was terrifying.
It is.
But they're saying they got him into surgery quick enough that they're going to be able to save the leg. Buffalo won 34-14. Chicago came back, but ended up losing to New Orleans 20-12.
Yep.
Speaking of coming back, Cincinnati came back and beat Indiana, Indy, 24-23.
Yep.
New England beat the Chargers 21-13, but that game was a lot closer than it seemed.
Oh, the Chargers were damn good.
Dude, okay, so in the stadium they have NFL ticket going up. They have red zone on the on the big screens when it's in commercial. So literally they flip over and it's the Chargers versus New England, and it's the first touchdown run. And you just hear me start screaming. I'm like, go, go, go. People are like, what the hell are you screaming about? I go, touchdown Chargers.
Yeah, no.
Like, no one had any idea why the hell I was screaming. I go, touchdown Chargers against New England. They go, oh, you're watching the game there? I go, yeah. But yeah, New England, and now New England's going to get even more stacked.
Yep.
Oh, Philly cruised against San Francisco.
Yeah, you figure. The thing is, that game actually was pretty close in the first half, and then Philly got a couple of turnovers, and yeah, it was over.
And then San Francisco decided not to show up.
No, they played. It's when you get get turnovers, and the turnovers turn to touchdowns. Yeah, you're done.
Yep. Carolina beat Tampa 17-3.
Yep. Tampa's a mirage.
Yeah. It's looking that way. Seattle squeaks by Houston.
That was the best game of the week.
That really was.
Seattle, somebody was like, you didn't watch the Redskins and the Cowboys? I'm like, no, I watched Seattle Houston, and I'm happy I did, because Deshaun Watson looked awesome. Russell Wilson looked awesome.
That game was fun.
Entertaining as hell.
Yeah. We're in the we're driving home and we're listening to it. All of a sudden I get home and I'm watching the rest of this game and I'm like, I didn't want to get up. I'm like, holy shit.
The game was awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of Washington beat Dallas 33-19.
Yep.
Pittsburgh beat Detroit 20-15.
Wait, Washington lost to Dallas.
Oh. 33-19. Okay, I had that wrong. Why did I have it that way? I don't know.
Oh.
And Kansas City beat Denver 29-19.
Yep, and the Denver's playoff hopes are slowly fading away.
Yes. So, Speaking of the 20-minute conversation we just had of the Jets, they got the turnaround, and they will be playing the Thursday night game with the Titan Rush jerseys. Or the old, I don't know which one they picked, either the Titan jerseys or they picked the old 80s Jet jerseys. But Jets got Buffalo in New York, in Jersey.
In New York, right?
Yeah.
I'm still taking the Bills.
They got to show me what they have. It seems like every time I pick against them, they end up winning, but Buffalo.
The Bills
Show me 4 quarters. If the Jets can play
for real.
Show me and especially now with who Buffalo just picked up, yeah.
The Bills are for real.
And now the Bills have another wideout, another weapon for Taylor. Yeah, the Bills are legit.
Yep.
Talk about people thought at the beginning of the year, the suck for Sam was legit, and now they're probably going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Carolina is home against Atlanta.
Give me Atlanta.
Yeah, hot Atlanta. Jacksonville versus Cincinnati.
Give me Jacksonville. Cincinnati's just too weird for me.
Yeah, it's in Jacksonville too. And as you said, Denver's playoffs are getting dwindled because they go into Philly and face the Eagles.
I think the Eagles win this game. I think it's a lot closer than everybody thinks it's going to be.
Yeah, same. Baltimore takes on Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee. Baltimore, you don't know which Baltimore is going to show up.
I think they're going to show up. I don't think they're going to score 40, but I think they win by 3.
All right.
Houston versus Indy.
Give me Houston. Houston's at home, right?
Yep, Houston's home.
Give me Houston.
The Giants versus the LA Rams. Which...
West Coast teams have a problem playing the East Coast at 1 o'clock. I know it goes against all conventional wisdom, especially how shitty the Giants have been playing, but
you taking the G-Men?
I'm taking the Giants to upset the Rams by maybe 3, but I have this weird feeling. It's just a weird feeling.
I'm taking the Rams in a murder.
At 1 o'clock?
At 1 o'clock.
Good luck with that.
Yep. New Orleans versus Tampa.
Give me New Orleans.
Yep. New Orleans is starting to look like a playoff team again.
Isn't that in the Dome?
Oh, that's in Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, God. Give me New Orleans. Hold on. New Orleans. Give me fucking New Orleans in a murder.
If you have Drew Brees, start him.
Yeah. Because fucking... Yeah, if you have Drew Brees, start him because Tampa can't do anything.
San Francisco, home against Cardinals.
Arizona, even if like Carson Palmer has a broken arm, give me Arizona. Because San Francisco gives up a ton of yards to running backs. So if you have Adrian Peterson, start him.
I'm going to take Arizona, but I have a weird feeling San Francisco's going to get off the snide.
Not this week.
Speaking of not getting off the snide, Seattle will take on Washington.
And that's in Seattle. Give me...
Oh, yeah. Oh, God damn it. Seattle, 12th man, and just destroy. Dallas is home against Kansas City.
Give me the Chiefs.
They're better off. No
Chiefs.
pun intended. They're no pun intended. They're better off Dallas just taking a knee and praying to God they can get turnovers.
Give me the Chiefs. First game without Zeke. The Chiefs play good defense anyway, and I think Alex Smith gives the Cowboys fits.
Oh, now this is the Sunday night game, and I'm wishing I'm kind of wondering if they're hoping to have this one back. But Oakland travels down to Miami.
Ugh.
No Ajayi. They're coming off that 40 loss. Oakland puts up 30.
Dude, Miami.
Really?
Miami plays better on a Sunday night than Oakland does. And Oakland, for some reason, Oakland on Sunday night just sucks.
Gee,
Oh,
this is going back to the Super Bowl.
no, Oakland on a Sunday night just sucks. Look how they played in Washington. They sucked. And Oakland was pegged to beat the shit out of the Redskins, and they couldn't do anything again. They were pegged to beat the shit out of the Redskins, and they couldn't do shit.
And then the Monday night game.
Like, here's the thing. All right, did Oakland learn how to play defense? No? Give me Miami. There it is. I don't care if Cutler's quarterback. I don't care if Tannehill's quarterback. I don't care if Matt Moore's quarterback. I don't care if I'm quarterback.
Fucking Dan Marino. Now.
It doesn't matter. Oakland can't play defense. Oakland cannot play defense. I mean, Khalil Mack can play defense. You know, that's about it right now.
Yeah.
Garyon Conley can play defense, but Oakland only, uses him sparingly. I guess they want to suck. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of sucking, great segue. Detroit plays Green Bay for the Monday night game.
Oh, oof.
It's in Lambeau.
Detroit can move up and down the field, but they can't get it in the end zone, in the red zone. Green Bay can't even get it up and down the field.
I was gonna say no Rodgers.
Yeah, so give me Detroit. I think Detroit puts up 17 or maybe 19, all field goals.
Oh God. So if you have the Detroit kicker, start him.
Maybe a touchdown or two, maybe, but mostly all field goals. And I think they beat Green Bay in a National Field Goal League. Like, so if you're a soccer fan, Monday night is for you.
I think you're gonna see more.
Mason Crosby versus.
I think that there's two people. Okay, for Detroit, in my opinion, there's three people that you need to start if they're going to on your fantasy team. In my opinion, that are going to do good. That are going to do the kicker.
Stafford.
For Detroit, Stafford, Tate, or 4. And if they're depending, how's Green Bay against the run?
It depends.
If they show up, I would almost put as a utility, and this is the long shot. This is a sleeper. Theo Riddick.
Theo Riddick or Amir Abdullah.
Yeah, because if depending on how it's going to turn out, I think you're going to see, and apparently predictions, 64% are taking the Packers to win.
They still think that they think that Brett Hundley, like, I don't know, Detroit can't get out of their own way, but Detroit can't get in the end zone, but they don't need end zone.
Okay.
Game.
So the Packers are a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
So the over under is 43. How does that end?
43.
Yes. The over under is 43.
43. If the over under was 23, I'd still go under. My God.
Okay, I'm having fun with this. What are the Jets? What's the Jets Buffalo over under?
Oh my God.
Actually, that or what's the Saints?
The over under for 43. Does Vegas still think that Aaron Rodgers is playing in this game?
I have a feeling that's going to change.
All right, Matt
Because-
Stafford can score. Matt Stafford can pass up and down with the best of them. But if the Lions can get in the end zone is another question.
I think that's going to change because I don't think the lines have technically opened yet.
The Lions get to the 5-yard line, and then all of a sudden they can't get in the end zone. That's what I'm saying. The Detroit kicker is good. I would take Detroit's kicker, whoever he may be. I forgot his damn name. And Mason Crosby.
The fuck? The Jets are actually favored.
It's a home field advantage.
Oh, no, sorry. Jets are 4-point dogs. I'd actually take the Jets on that.
All right, anyway.
42.5. There's your over-under for the Jet-Buffalo game.
Anyway, if you look at, like I said before, Detroit can only score field goals. But all they need to do is score field goals to beat the Packers right now because the Packers can't even score that.
Can't move the ball.
I mean, they score like 10 points a game, so all Detroit has to do is like 15-10. Woo. That's all they have to do. It's gonna be an exciting field goal filled game.
Yeah. All I know is that Sunday I got nothing really to do, and Saturday I'll be sitting around watching shitload of college football, and I'll be watching the Monmouth game. That's how bored I'll be.
Oh my God.
Dude, Monmouth is fucking good this year, surprisingly. They're 7-1.
Ah.
Even though it's a 1AA school, they're 7 fucking. The big game this week in that type of division is just shoot the shit with this one. Princeton versus Pennsylvania.
Ugh.
Hey, dude, you're talking about teams that are like, they play tournaments. They don't even play bowls. They play tournaments. They play freaking tournament style football at the end of the year.
UPenn versus Princeton.
Yeah.
Princeton.
Princeton. I'll say this. If you ever want to get to a cheap game, find 1AA teams because they're like $20 for good seats.
Okay.
If you just want to go see football, they're like $20 for good seats.
All right. So those are our picks.
Yes. And with that being said, we are done for the week. That was yes. I was gonna say you can follow us on Twitch at the NERDPORT Network. You follow us on YouTube at the NERDPORT. Follow us on Facebook at the NERDPORT Network. I am actually trying right now to get a website.
YouTube is the port.
The port. You can type in the NERDPORT. It's the same thing. I have it tagged under that.
All right.
I am working on getting us a website on Squarespace.
Hey.
So, again, I'm putting more money into this because I actually think we could do something with this.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some overhauls on the YouTube and all that stuff. So we're gonna have some fun with this. I will be streaming
of the Trips and Hack and Trips and Monstar show. Sorry.
Soon. Yes, the Trips and Monstar show. I will soon be putting up the what's it called? When I stream, I'm going to be putting up the reruns of the episodes. So I'm going to archive them, and then they're going to go straight to YouTube.
Hey, cool.
So we will be having stuff. I'm going to be doing that with the old Salty Splatoons, and pretty much I'm just going to be doing everything and backlogging everything. So we'll have it on YouTube.
There you go.
And I should have us up on iTunes. By the time we have the website up, I should be on Podcast Garden.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. So everything will be up. We'll be good. We will be good, and we will see you all next week.
I'll be working on some merch designs soon.
Yes. Hit me up with those when you get a chance, and we'll put them through Teespring.
I will.
Sweet. Everyone,
All right.
we'll see you Thursday for the Trips and Monstar show.
Yep. We will be reviewing Silent but Deadly. And also, I saw Suburbicon and Jigsaw, and I'm going to see Keep Watching, so it's going to be a Halloween horror fest.
Jesus!
Plus a shitty Suburbicon movie that I'm really going to...
Was it really that bad?
Dude, it was ass.
Hold on. Tell me off air. So everyone, we will see you Thursday. Have a good night.
All right, good night.